What's going on, guys? It's your lovely host, OmniToast, coming at you with his week 6 challenge for Respawn Recruits. And this week's challenge is teaching. So I'm going to teach you guys something about my game, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, that I've been playing for over 8 years and is currently celebrating its 10-year anniversary, guys. So we're going to jump into an event here, and I'm going to showcase some of the units. I'm going to showcase a breakdown and stuff to look for when you're trying to build a team to play with endgame content. To give you a quick summary while we're loading in, this game is a mobile gacha game. It's been around for 10 years now, and basically the aspect is to build a team to where you can complete these events that they have for you. Basically, as you can see here, we got 3 units down below. We got Vegeta, Goku, and Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku. And the aspect is to use these units, collect the key orbs here, deal damage to the boss. So, one aspect when it comes to team building is you want to find what's known as a slot 1 unit. Right now, my rotation, which I'll explain here in a second, does not have a true slot 1 unit. Luckily enough, this Goku has a slot 1 capability. He's just not as good as other slot 1 units. The reason why I say that is basically in his passive here, where it says basic effects, things you want to look for in a slot 1 unit is damage reduction as well as defense. So this guy here, for the first 3 turns from his entry turn, which is right now, he's getting a damage reduction of 50%. So that means he's going to take 50% less damage from the boss from either their normal attack and their super attacks. He also gets, when he is attacking, an extra 200% attack and an extra 20% damage reduction. Now, the reason why I say he's not a great slot 1 unit is because he has actually a thing in his passive that mentions that if he's in his 2nd or 3rd slot, he gets an extra 20% defense and can launch more super attacks. What I mean by slot 1 unit is basically slot 1. He's in front of the rotation. The rotation goes as followed. You have your slot 1, your slot 2, which is usually more of a damage dealer, but can build up defense so they can, because they only get attacked from the backside. The slot 1 gets attacked front and back, and slot 3 only gets attacked from the back. Basically what the rotations mean, so you have your slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, slot 5, slot 6, slot 7. Basically, at the end of this turn, this slot 3 is actually going to move to slot 7. You actually won't see your slot 3 for 2 turns. So basically, your slot 3 goes to slot 7, 4, 5, and 6 come up, and then whatever one you rotate from there, basically, slot 1 and slot 2 will always be a turn after. So like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and then etc. etc. Basically, slot 3 is known as a floater position. It's designed to be more of a support unit. So that's something to always keep in mind when you're building the team. So basically, here we are, first turn. I have my Goku in the front, Vegeta in the middle, because I want these two. These two are linked. They link together really well. Link skills are always right here. You can see which ones are being activated. Basically lets you know, hey, you're getting an extra 15% attack because you're linked up with him. So basically the idea is to gather as much key orbs. So as you can see, there's a space here. That means I'm currently not doing a super attack. I'm only doing a normal attack. The aspect of this game is to do super attacks because you want to deal the most amount of damage. So we're going to grab as much key as I can because with him being an LR unit, he technically has 2 super attacks, but I'm going to be a key short of that. So as you can see now, it now switched to saying he's doing a super attack. Vegeta's up. He's doing a super attack, and I don't think I can get him to his ultra super either here. So this is where the strategy of the game is a little bit of a pain in the butt because you have to really hope the stuff falls. So I'm actually going to get no super ultra super attacks this turn. So he's going to attack. As you can see, I'm only taking 45 damage. I'm taking really low damage. That's because of the boosted, the 70% damage reduction I'm getting right now. I'm taking no major damage right now. Also, this is a slightly easier event. I'm not doing any of the end game stuff because that would not fit in the entire video. So we're just showing off here. So now Vegeta's going. He's my damage dealer. He's going to deal a lot more damage in that slot 2, which is just going to help out. The more super attacks he does, he boosts attack, he boosts damage. He's just a really good slot 2 unit. And of course, as you can see, because I got 2 super attacks off, I'm not taking any damage anymore. And that's all built into his passive. So basically the idea of this game, there is type advantages and stuff like that. I'll show you that once we get out of this rotation here after this turn. But there are 5 types. You have AGL, Tech, Int, Strength, Physical, or Agility, Technical, Intelligence, Strength, and Physical, as I mentioned. So, and they're always labeled by the color wheel up here. So as you can see, there is a type advantage in this game. Physical is strong against Int. Int is strong against Tech. Tech is strong against Agility. Agility is strong against Strength, and Strength is strong against Physical. And you can usually see it down here. You can see he has a down arrow right now because he actually has the boss has type disadvantage against my Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And if I would move my Goku there, oh, look, it turns to an up arrow because he has a type advantage. And that also means I actually do less damage to him as a Tech unit. But again, there's stuff to get around there. Let me see this Gohan. So this Gohan has, if I remember right in his passive, yes, he has this thing here called Guard Against All Attacks, meaning he gets neutral damage from every type. Even if he's smacked with a AGL unit, he's only going to take neutral damage, not super effective damage. And on top of that, he also has damage reduction, stuff like that. This is a good epitome. This Beast Gohan is a great example of a slot 1 unit. He will always be in slot 1 because he has damage reduction, he has guard, he has high defense, he will not die in slot 1. So, and as you can see, now he has an ultra super attack, so it says use super attack. That means he can do his ultra super attack, which is a little bit more damage dealing, sometimes has better buffs, and all that stuff. Now, I will go and say, you do not need these kind of endgame units to beat most content in the game. These units from the most recent anniversary banner, as you can see, he's actually about to do his super attack against me. So I'm getting beat up by Goku right now. But I only do 31 damage because I have damage reduction and guard. None of it mattered. So, but like I was saying, you don't need high-end units to beat all content in the game. There's a lot of great free-to-play options. I'll explain that here in a second. But if you want to beat endgame stuff, you are going to need more endgame stuff. I will not lie. This is a gacha game. You are supposed to summon and try to get units. It is what that game is. When you have those teams and you learn really good team builds and stuff like that, you build around their leader skill. Leader skills gives you boost in attack, boost in defense, boost in HP, which showcases down here. I have 866,000 HP. So this is one of my end game teams right here. But you don't need these teams to beat the game. You can just have fun. There's a lot of free-to-play options. There's free-to-play Team Bardock, the free-to-play Ginyu Force teams that you... Honestly, if you start this game fresh, highly recommend you focus on those, because those free-to-play unit teams will let you beat most normal content in the game, most Dokkan events, most story events, and even the quest event that you want to start with in the game. But as you can see, I'll give one little quick aspect here before we move on to our next thing. You can see Broly here is glowing. That means if you click on him and you see that up arrow, it means he has an active skill. The active skill you can activate at any time after so many rounds. And basically now he's buff Broly. Some different units have different active skills. Goku can transform into, allow you to fuse into Vegito. Vegeta lets you go into Gogeta. There's also standby skills, which allow you to take reduced damage, and you tend to have to do like a little mini game on the side while you're playing the game to unleash a really big attack, or unleash a domain, whatever it might be. But with that being said, that's the basis of the game. Like I said, it's a very, to try to fit this in, like an explanation of this game in 12 minutes is very, very tough. I wanted to go talk more about the team aspect, because that seems to be something that a lot of people tend to look over, is how to build a proper team. You definitely, like I said, slot 1, you want damage reduction, you want guard, you want dodging. Any combination of the 3 is always just a good way to look at it. Slot 2, you usually want something that's going to hit for big damage, but also build up defense so they don't get smacked up on the back end. And then your slot 3 one, same as a slot 2 usually, but you also want to look for possible like team helping effects that like give you more ki, give you more attack and defense, stuff of the sort. It just overall helps and supports your team. I did want to hit on some tips from the community. I did reach out to my community because they did start this journey with me. And to talk about just some tips and tricks, I asked, hey, what is something you would tell someone just starting out the game? Just like I mentioned earlier, my friend Kenny McGee mentions he focused on the units from the Ginyu Force and the Team Bardock missions first before focusing on anything else. including summons. He's 100% correct on that. You do not need to focus on summoning for the best unit right off the bat. I do recommend looking at the Team Bardock because it is such a vital part of the experience. Another one, Rockstar says, be cautious with your stones and Kais throughout the year. Prioritize the big celebrations. Tanabata Banner, Anniversary, our worldwide celebration, and Golden Week. Those are usually when the best units are released, and those are usually meta-changing units. The one that I put in here, and I just recommend, enjoy the game. You can easily get caught up in grinding and pushing for the best teams, but enjoy it. This game is 10 years old. There's a lot to do, and you can easily get lost in the shuffle and get overwhelmed by all the content in the game, guys. I want to say thank you all for coming on out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, sorry it's a little bit difficult to shove this all in 12 minutes. I tried my best to. There's so much in this game to explain, but I hope you enjoyed. Respawn, thank you so much again for the amazing opportunities you have given. And as always, guys, may the power protect you all, and later. Hello. Yes, everything the content creator said is correct. You are able to play this game completely free to play, but you know you want to get the best units in the game. So please, come to us, summon for us, and bring us all your